Javon Green. Okay, that's immigration and admit that the Jamaican government is not doing that. But the Jamaican government is saying, we want to know how the hell he ended up in a wheelchair. That's all we said. Explain that to us. His lawyer saying the same thing. How did my client end up in a wheelchair? You understand? He served 8 years for what he did to somebody. How did he end up in the wheelchair? Because then that's like a sentence twice. First you jail him for 8 years, then you put him in a wheelchair. If it was maliciously done. That means he got sentenced twice for the same crime. And these guys won't stop. This happened in the prison. It ain't enough that we already have to pay another Jamaican, Matthew Sewell, almost $1 billion. I think, but actually $1 billion. I think it was $1 million point something. We got to pay him. And then they delayed paying him that money. They didn't pay him his money. And so the courts come back to them and tell them the other day, pay him $60,000 now, separate and apart from his $1 million what he can get from the payment people. Why are we doing this? Why is law enforcement doing this? And I just told you all last night about how the young people, the rangers from the little children who's be the rangers on the defense force, accusing defense force officers of hazing them. What the hell? What's going on with law enforcement in this country? What we doing? There has to be a change of mindset and attitudes and behaviors. There's no way that we're dealing with this. Anyway, let's move on. So, Harbour Island PLP supporters had I want to call it a runoff, because you had a couple aspirants who were vying for the nomination for the PLP in Harbour Island. And you had two females. You had JJ Hepburn. Sorry, you had JJ Passetti, and you had Oscar McPhee. Hold on 1 second. Harbour Island. Let me look for this. Harbour Island PLP aspirants. There's 4 of them. Let me see what I can find. Yeah. All right. Oh, no. Okay. So now you had, no, I thought that was a story. That's not the story. But I know you had 4 persons, okay, who are vying for the nomination in Harbour Island. 4 of them. One of them was Oscar McPhee. Right? Oscar McPhee is vying for the nomination for North Eleuthera, not Harbour Island, for North Eleuthera. Now, Harbour Island has already gone ahead and said for North Eleuthera, not just Harbour Island, but for North Eleuthera, they want J. Passetti to represent them. Now, while I understand that Harbour Island has made this choice, it is not the final choice, because JJ now has to be selected by the entire North Eleuthera community. JJ has to now be selected by the entire North Eleuthera community. All of them have to say, yes, this is who we want. It will be interesting to see if North Eleuthera follows Harbour Island supporting JJ. Now, JJ is openly gay, allegedly. JJ is the one, I don't know if you remember, there was a viral video some time ago where there was a young man running behind this girl because she take his boyfriend. I think that was JJ, allegedly. And then it's also alleged that JJ was married to the young man who just had baby, who got shot in Harbour Island, allegedly.